Cancer. Welcome to In Spiritual Journey. We are going to see how August is going to go for you. So remember, this is energy. We always can shift energy, but and as well, it's for the whole collective of Cancer. So take what resonates, let go of what doesn't. We're just going to go ahead and see what's coming up, like the frequency around you, within you. What's unexpected, what can be challenging, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and get into the message. I've already pre-shuffled the oracle, just to get the theme and energy. And it looks, to me, this kind of looks like something you've been working on to manifest. And you're co-creating it with the universe and your spirit guides. And it seems like some kind of divine energy here that is assisting you. So we're going to see what it is farther, because we already have go the distance. So you've been working hard on it. You might be getting a little discouraged, but the spirit guides and universe are telling you, you're almost to that finish line. You see how far he's come? You're almost there. Hang in there. We got you. And then we have poise. So this is like holding your integrity. And she looks like she is like on a winning platform here. So again, reminder, when you do get it, you've worked so hard. You don't want to, be in people's face or start being arrogant about it, staying in that poised energy, because you are generally poised person anyway. So don't let this abundance or this manifestation get in your head a little bit, make your ego a little swollen. So this is that poised energy. So it's saying, you're almost there, you can go this distance, but we want you to remain humble here. So if you're starting to get like a little cocky about it or whatever. And also it's telling you to take a time out to breathe, make sure you relax, rejuvenate yourself, because you have been through so much, so much work. And it can be exhausting, overwhelming, and you might be working so hard that you're not taking time out here to just relax and be in a little peace once in a while. So those are the frequency energy coming in for August. So we're going to go ahead and see what the general energy is. So let's see what your general energy is coming up for August. Sorry, the cat seems like she was up to something. So the general energy for the collective of, oh, that was nice. That one almost did. It was teeter-tottering here. Success and victory. Hold on one second. I like giving them attention, but it seems like the one cat always seems like she knows that I'm getting ready to do a reading, and she wants to come in and walk around a few minutes and walk out. And no, I don't have time for that. But anyway, that is success was coming up. And we also have the 10 of Cups. That's our happiness and bliss. We have the 7 of Cups, so you could be having some opportunities and choices here. And, the 7 of Cups can be a little bit of, things that glitter on our path that we want to be drawn to. So stay focused, because there could be some things, I can vouch for that. Once you start getting, more recognition, people come out of the woodwork and all of a sudden want to help you and want to be a piece of that. They weren't there through the long haul, but all of a sudden they want a little piece of that pie. So be careful. There could be things dangling in that looks good, offers being made that could confuse you or trip you up. So the Spirit is telling you to remain focused on what's going on for your future. Don't get sidetracked by little glittery things and, things like that. Temptations, because your 10 of Cups is right there. And like I said, then all these people want to come in and start being a part of that success, even though they weren't there for the work, right? And they're going to start trying to tempt you and persuade you and tell you how things look good and how much they're going to help you. So that can trip you up and make you a little confused, because, you've went through a lot of work, and sometimes it would be nice to have a hand, right? So just stay focused on what you want to bring in. And I'm getting here, gifts and support. They want to have your back. They can do the work for you, as well as, here's this heart. They might want to offer their cup of love here. There could be some turmoil with this tornado coming in. People wanting to come in and just spin you around a little bit and, toss you around. Yeah. So be careful with that. And, peace with this wreath reminds you of Christmas. So there's going to be, some temptations there. People trying to be a piece of that pie that you have, and trying to tempt you or persuade you or telling you they got this so you'll buy it or whatever. So just be careful and remain humble. Take a step back, breathe, stay in your integrity, and you got this. You can go the distance. This is what Spirit and the universe are telling you. All right. So let's go ahead and get something's coming up. Something's coming up that you might not be aware of right now. So let's see. It could be coming up for you in August. for Cancer, what could be coming up in August here with this energy we got, with you becoming successful, going the distance for your future, bringing in some abundance. Let's see. What's coming up for Cancer, please? Okay. All right. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, but it's reversed, so that's a good thing. So not too anxious. That's good. You're going to stay calm. But we do have some, like I said, you know, these people coming up with your opportunities. I feel like this is like if you take one of those and you go against your intuition. You just say, hey, you know, that looks easy. I'm just going to go for it. You're not trusting your gut. Because we do have the Three of Swords coming up. This is pain. Somebody, you know, backstabbing you or whatever. So there could be some energy here of heartbreak. And like I said, it could be, you know, your relationship status is changing because you're becoming, you know, more successful. Maybe it's your attitude. It could be just that, you know, some people are out. They don't want to be a part of success, and other people want to that weren't around before. It could be those people trying to offer you something. So be careful. There's some kind of pain here. And again, there's this lack. So I do feel like this is energy of somebody wanting to take a piece of that pie. And, you know, you're pretty sensitive and very compassionate. So just be careful, because you could lose something here and then have that lack mindset. All right, being out in the cold there. So be careful. Feel like there's energy around you that somebody's trying to get something out of you or get something from you. Trust that intuition. You know, that's what the High Priestess is here. It's trusting your gut. And I know we want to help people along with us and all that, but if you are working towards something, you have to be careful with your assets and your stuff, you know. And I'm not saying be greedy with it, but if you know, if there's something in your gut saying, you know, this isn't right, I can't do this right now, you know, I gotta trust my gut. Do that, you know, because a lot of times we want to help people, especially if they're in our life and they're down and out. But this is saying you have to be careful. And also for some of you, you know, don't start doubting and thinking, you don't have enough, or if it's not coming fast enough, okay? Don't start that belief system, because this is that lack card, feeling like that we're not good enough or we don't have enough. Scarcity mindset. So be careful with that, all right? Because that could lead to heartbreak as well. All right. So now we are going to see what to be aware of. What do we need to be aware of? Well, that's energy right there to be aware of, you know. Be aware of people that want a piece of that pie, that haven't helped you at all, hadn't even supported you. Be aware of that critical mind, thinking you're not, you know, good enough. And that would also, too, make you confused when we start lacking. So I feel like there could be somebody here, too, that comes in and says, you know, I know how to handle this. Even though you've been doing all the work the whole time, you might have had to learn as you go, but you've been struggling with it. Somebody could come in and say, oh, I know this part. Like, just say you're doing, you know, online YouTube stuff, and you've had to learn how to edit, and you've had to learn do all this stuff that you didn't even know, how to splice things together, how to upload, whatever. And then somebody comes in after you have so many subscribers or something, and they're like, we can make your business grow. We know how to do that. We know how to edit, and we know how to do this, and we know how to do. And it's like, you haven't been here this whole time, you know. But then they're going to say, yeah, we want you to grow, but it's going to cost you. So, you know, you're not doing it right, you know. And then you might start feeling like, whoa, I might not know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe that's why it's taking me so long. And then you might start feeling this heartbreak because, like, man, I put a lot of work in this and I'm not good enough. I knew I wasn't going to amount to something or whatever. So just be careful with that energy, all right? So let's see what to be aware of here. Man, that's a loud car. I don't know if you guys could hear it. But let's see what this be aware of energy is. What does Cancer need to be aware of for August, please? Let me turn it around because there we go. Spirit in the universe, what does Cancer need to be aware of for August 2023, please? What do they need to be aware of? Oops, wow. No, we don't want all them. All right. So we have the Page of Cups. So that's usually setting our intentions. And this is something that fulfills us emotionally. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups again. And we have the Page of Swords and the Tower on the bottom. Okay, so this is both setting intentions. One is for our emotional and one is with our logic. So it needs to be balanced out. Okay, we can't be all in our emotions when we set our intentions, and we can't be all in our head when we set our intentions. So I feel like this is coming in saying, be aware if you're overly emotional or if you're over analyzing everything. There needs to be a healthy balance, that middle road, okay? Because if we're not balanced out, this Seven of Cups, when all these opportunities and choices come in, we're going to miss it because we're either going to, be so confused, we're going to go down the wrong one or pick something that we don't really need or not trust our intuition, or we might even miss an opportunity that's good for us. So be careful with that. That's what you need to be aware of. Are you balanced out emotionally and as well as your heart space? Are you trusting your gut? Because if we're all in our emotions, that can be a disaster, it can make us either be really oversensitive and freaking out, or it can make us, choose something that we really didn't want because we just have our heartstrings pulled. If we're too logical, we're going to analyze and think, nope, I don't trust anything. I'm not going to do it. Our fear sets in. So you have to be careful with that because it could create this Tower coming in as well. Okay. So if there is some kind of small disaster or some shock, make sure you're balanced out before you make a decision. Take a step back and really think about things clearly, and trust that gut, and consider that everything that looks good isn't good. Read the fine print, all that stuff. All right. So that is that energy. And now we are going to get the other 3 oracle, and we are going to see what the advice is. So I really do feel, though, with this situation here, you are being guided and supported by the universe and your spirit guides. This is a very somewhat spiritual energy because we have the call of the muse. So I do feel like they're stepping in. So if you need them, they can guide us, but they cannot come in unless we invite them. So, if you do feel stuck or you feel blocked or you need some advice, call out to the universe and spirit guides, write a letter to them, say a little meditation or prayer. They're there for you, and they will send you the signs and guidance you need. And I feel like they are trying to create something big here for you, all right? They don't want you to sabotage it, because we have this great big love too. So they love you. And you see this angel wings on there? They do. They want to see you successful. They want to see you succeed. They know you deserve it. And they are here for you, rooting for you, and they want you to have that. And we have this body and soul as well. So this is, again, our ego and our spiritual side. So we have to balance that energy out. And this is saying, please take care of yourself as well, body and soul, and your mental space. All right? So that's what all that is. So I hope that helps you a little bit. We're going to go ahead and just pull a few more cards, just because it's only been 10 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and see what else is coming up. Oops, that was that that Ace of Wands, your passions. So let's see what else is coming up. So we have the 4 swords. So yeah, again, take time out to breathe, to meditate, to rest, to contemplate, and especially before you make a decision. Okay, make sure that you are balanced out, like I said. Okay, because we do have that Prince of Swords on the bottom again. So you might be overthinking things when you set your intentions. So be very careful with that, okay? Because when we overthink, like I said, we start getting a little sometimes paranoid. We start getting in our egos. We start getting fearful, overanalyzing, letting things run over, questioning everything. It's good to have a little bit of that, but if it's not balanced out with that intuition in our heart space, it could be, detrimental to us, all right? Then we start getting into that feeling that lack, and we start thinking about all the heartbreaks and what could happen and how we could be devastated and all that. And that Tower comes in. So then let's see what else is coming up. Yeah, see, Ace of Coins. So this is a new beginning in your material world, your financial abundance and things. So that's good energy. And that 9 of Cups, but it's reversed. So, be careful, because again, you want to stay in that peace, that calm, that flow energy, all right? And the bottom cards of these oracles I want to bring up too. Look, see, co-create. I told you, you're like co-creating with the universe right now, big time. They got your back. They're trying to steer you in the right direction. Just don't let yourself get off balance. Don't let somebody talk you into something that's too good to be true. And we have tender embrace. Yeah. So, you know, they got your back. They do. All right. So I guess that's it for us. I hope you have a beautiful August. I hope everything works out for you. And thanks so much for watching and the support. Take care. Bye.